with a game.
You gonna bust the record!
But it wasn't just any game.
You have been recruited by the Star League to defend the frontier against Zur and the Kodan Armada.
And then, one night...
So the Gamergate book is over halfway funded in a handful of days, which is good. But the way these things tend to work is that you get a cluster of donations at the start, and a cluster of donations at the end, a trickle in the middle, and a lot of stress in the middle. So I'm not going to try and worry about it. Like I said, I'm just going to kind of take it easy on this one. If it funds, it funds and get to do something cool. If it doesn't fund, it doesn't fund. Other people are doing books. I just think this would be a good one to have alongside them, but we'll see what happens. That said, if you want to see it happen, it's really down to you. I've used my reach to the extent that I can to get people to back it, so if you want people to back it, you need to let them know about it. Now obviously there's already been some opposition, and it's pretty tiresome. It's the kind of stuff that you would expect, largely. Oh, a Gamergate book, mansplaining harassment to everyone. No, it's there to correct the record, such as the accusation of harassment, which anyone who was involved knows was 99% bullshit, to be honest. It just, the opposition shows the need for it. And then you got other people saying, oh, you used a racist meme in your pitch. Not understanding the use of irony, deliberate misuse, or that memes can go beyond racist meanings to become broader, larger ones. This is the kind of stuff I'm on about. People who don't understand internet culture need to have it explained to them, and that just shows the necessity for the book. Other opposition has included you've written pornographic games and things. Well, so the fuck what? Let's move on from that one. And a few faded and jaded people who tried to become important celebrities during Gamergate from within Gamergate, who are trying to say that it's some kind of exploitative cheat on their part. Well, on my part, which it isn't. I'd quite like to write the book. I was involved since the start. I may not have been involved at the high level, Ralph, but there was no high level. That's part of the interesting thing about Gamergate, is this the emergent complexity of it, the emergent organisation of it, the murmuration of gamers that came together to create what it was. That's a hugely interesting aspect of the phenomenon. But yeah, we got a lot of backing, mostly from people who were part of Gamergate and want there to be a corrected record out there. But if we really want to get the funding, if you really want to see the book, we need to appeal to people beyond that demographic. So I put it to you and I put it to them. Wouldn't you like to understand this phenomenon? Hasn't anything ever happened that you just didn't understand, and that the explanation you were given just didn't seem to stand up to scrutiny? I mean, do you really think that on one morning thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of gamers just upped and decided to pick on one woman for no reason? Does that seem credible? Does that seem likely? You might not agree with whatever reasons they got for getting upset, but does it really seem credible for you that just out of the blue, out of the ether, tens, hundreds of thousands of people just decided to harass someone, poof, for no reason? Wouldn't you like to understand why what happened from the point of view of people involved in what happened? Sure, you can be told by other people, but wouldn't it be interesting to get that other perspective? Wouldn't you like to understand? Wouldn't you like to understand why someone like me might get involved or be so upset and buy in so hard to something like this? I'm sure things have happened that you don't understand. There's things that have happened that I don't fully understand, and I make an effort to understand them. I don't understand really why people voted for Trump. I can make some guesses. I can look at the statistics. I can listen to people tell me why they voted for Trump. It's the same with Brexit. It's the same for all sorts of other things that happen in this world. So wouldn't you like to understand what happened with Gamergate? why it's still bubbling along, why serious newspaper articles are dropping Gamergate's name into items that are nothing to do with gaming or technology or the internet. It's that important a phenomenon. People mocked me when I said it was that important back when I released the Gamergate card game. Well, I was right. It's a matter of huge cultural importance that's still bumbling along. So, wouldn't it be nice to understand it? Anyway, given that we're halfway funded, I thought I might go ahead and write probably part of the introduction and put it out there. Obviously, like an internet pitch, it's not going to be particularly edited, so don't get your panties in a bunch about that. That comes later. But just to show the kind of thing that I might do for the introduction. And maybe show you the plan that I have for the rest of the book, so that people can make suggestions and so on for additions. Anyway, I hope you'll continue to back it, and I hope more people will back it. Give it a push if you want to see it happen. Zang.